Hey guys, what's going on? It's Marcus here from Super PolyPixel.com. So as we all know, it's another year and another Assassin's Creed game has hit the shelves. But is Revelations worth playing? We'll find out in my review of the game. Revelations picks up immediately after the events of Brotherhood. Desmond Miles, the main protagonist of the game, has fallen into a coma due to shock after stabbing his associate Lucy. In order to save his life and his mind from becoming a vegetable, Desmond's father, William Miles, and two other associates put Desmond back into the Animus to piece together his life. In sort of what is a booting mode for the Animus, Desmond is seen on what is called the Animus Island and greeted by the mysterious Subject 16. Subject 16 goes on to explain to Desmond that he needs to piece together the difference between his life, Ezio's, and Altair's, in order for Desmond to actually go back home to his real body. While it is quite interesting to see Subject 16 as a person now rather than an essence, Desmond's side of the story is rather boring and campy, especially when you're doing these Desmond sequences which are all first person and sort of pointless. Once the player is thrown back into the Animus, we are seen playing as Ezio Auditore de Firenze from the two previous games. He is much older, in his 50s, and he himself is trying to piece together his life and the secret of the Assassin's Creed. His quest brings him to 15th century Constantinople, which is going through the usual political turmoil. While the setting itself is beautiful, the story for Ezio sort of feels unnecessary as to why he's there, and it doesn't really tie in loose ends that were left in Brotherhood. Yes, we all know that he needs to find the keys of his previous ancestor, Altair, but it sort of just doesn't feel right for Ezio to be in Constantinople, as compared to Italian Renaissance. While it is still fun to play as the assassin Ezio, another big disappointment was to play as Altair. The Altair sequences lasted no more than 5 to 10 minutes apiece out of the 5 sequences. There was really only 2 key moments of Altair sequences that were most important, and they were those in the final moments of his life. Although there are some disappointments, the game also brings new additions. The first includes the blade hook, which makes climbing much faster, and you have the ability to hook on the gaps between buildings that you possibly couldn't have done in prior games. Second is ziplining with the blade hook, which is fun and remedies a faster way to get across the setting. Third is bomb crafting, in which you craft poisonous, explosive, or tactical bombs to get past your enemies. And lastly, a defense simulation mode where you defend intruders from your many assassins' dens throughout the city of Constantinople. This is sort of like Command & Conquer, and it is a fresh and fun idea that breaks away from the usual gameplay. Assassin's Creed Revelations is fun, no doubt about it, but there was much disappointment throughout the game. The hype of the story over this last year wasn't all that it was cooked up to be, although it was sad to say goodbye to Ezio and Altair. The settings and the graphics have improved exponentially, and the additions of gameplay tactics make up for the upsetting storyline that leads to nowhere. I give this game an 8 out of 10.